Have you ever wondered if someone you know has a crush on you but just can't seem to say it? Sometimes, the deepest feelings reveal themselves through subtle actions and behaviors that are easy to overlook. In this video, we'll explore 8 signs that might indicate someone is interested in you. From changes in their behavior to compliments that feel unique, we'll decode these clues and help you better understand this special person's intentions. Whether you're just curious or looking to strengthen a connection, this guide will be a fun and insightful way to notice feelings that might already be in the air. Ready to find out if someone is showing more than they seem? Let's dive in. Changes in behavior around you. When someone has a crush on you, it's common for their behavior to subtly shift in your presence. Whether consciously or not, they may act differently, displaying signs of nervousness, excitement, or even shyness. One of the most noticeable signs is a change in their tone of voice. They might speak more softly or, conversely, with extra enthusiasm to capture your attention. Postural shifts are another telltale sign. They may lean toward you without realizing it or adjust their stance to appear more confident. Nervous gestures can also give away hidden feelings. Playing with their hair, touching their face, or fidgeting with nearby objects might be their way of coping with the anxiety your presence stirs. To spot these clues, compare how they interact with you versus others. Do they seem more attentive or engaged when you're around? These subtle behavioral adjustments can say a lot about their emotions. Paying attention to these patterns is like decoding a nonverbal language. When you notice these shifts, you'll start to see how much body language can reveal about someone's feelings, even when words are left unsaid. Intentional physical proximity. When someone has a crush on you, they naturally seek ways to be physically closer, even in subtle ways. Physical proximity is one of the most evident signs of interest, as it reflects comfort and an unconscious desire to connect. Think about social settings, like a group hangout or a casual gathering. This person might choose to sit near you, even when other seats are available, or might accidentally bump into you to spark a conversation. These small gestures are discreet ways of being close without being too obvious. Pay attention to how they position themselves. Do they lean toward you during a conversation? Do they focus their attention on you, even when others are present? These behaviors suggest that they are prioritizing your presence. Another classic example is finding excuses to share casual moments. This could include suggesting shared activities like, "Want to grab a coffee?" or "I need help with something. Could you join me?" These invitations reflect a desire to spend more time with you. These signs of intentional physical proximity are ways to show interest and build comfort. If someone consistently seeks opportunities to be near you, it's a strong indication that there's something deeper behind their actions. Taking initiative in conversations. One of the clearest ways to tell if someone has a crush on you is by observing whether they take the lead in conversations. People who are interested often strive to connect frequently, and this effort shows in their eagerness to start and maintain dialogues. A common sign is when the person initiates contact first, be it through a text or a call. It could be as simple as a "Hey, how are you?" or a follow-up on something you talked about previously. These messages may appear casual, but often serve as a way to keep you close and ensure the connection continues. Also, pay attention to the frequency of their outreach. Do they ask questions to keep the conversation flowing? Do they share personal details or funny anecdotes from their day? These actions show that they are making an effort to create meaningful moments between you. Another clue is how quickly and attentively they respond to your messages. When someone likes you, they tend to reply promptly or with extra enthusiasm, using emojis or playful language to convey their interest. Lastly, watch for engagement on social media. Do they comment on your posts or send memes that remind them of you? These small gestures are often clear indicators that they're seeking ways to connect and stay present in your life. When someone consistently takes the initiative in conversations, it's a strong sign of interest. After all, we naturally want to stay close to people who make us feel good, and starting conversations is a meaningful way to strengthen that bond. Extended eye contact and sneaky glances. Eye contact is one of the most powerful forms of nonverbal communication, and when someone has a crush on you, this behavior becomes even more pronounced. There are 2 types of looks that can indicate interest: extended and sneaky glances. Extended eye contact happens when the person holds your gaze longer than usual. This type of look conveys confidence and intention, as if they are trying to create a deeper emotional connection. Imagine being in a conversation and noticing the person maintaining eye contact, hanging on to every word you say. It's a clear sign that you have their full attention. Sneaky glances, on the other hand, are the opposite. The person steals quick looks at you and immediately looks away if caught. This behavior is often accompanied by a shy smile or slight nervousness, suggesting they are trying to hide their interest. These signs are often easier to spot in social settings. For instance, in a group of friends, notice if the person frequently seeks your gaze, even when you're not speaking directly to them. From a psychological perspective, eye contact triggers the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which strengthens feelings of connection. That's why when someone maintains eye contact or sneakily tries to catch your attention, it's a subtle yet powerful way of expressing that you are special to them. Paying attention to these looks can reveal a lot about someone's feelings. After all, the eyes truly are windows to the soul. Frequent and genuine smiles. When someone has a crush on you, their smiles tend to appear often and naturally. This happens because your presence evokes positive emotions in them, and those feelings naturally manifest through smiles. One of the most telling signs of interest is a genuine smile, the kind that involves not just the lips, but also the eyes. You'll notice it because it seems like their entire face lights up. These smiles are different from nervous or polite ones, which are quicker and more restrained. For instance, during a casual conversation, pay attention to whether the person smiles broadly and consistently, even when the topic isn't particularly funny. This behavior suggests they're simply happy to be around you. Another classic scenario is catching someone smiling at you from a distance, in a situation where there's no obvious reason for it. This type of smile, even if subtle, can be a clear sign of admiration or attraction. Genuine smiles also appear as a reaction to small interactions. Imagine mentioning something simple, like the weather or a recent event, and noticing the person responds with enthusiasm. This kind of reaction indicates that their feelings go beyond just the words spoken. It's a reflection of the positive emotions you inspire in them. A smile is one of the most powerful indicators that someone enjoys your presence. It not only conveys interest, but also creates a welcoming atmosphere that invites deeper connection and closeness. Compliments and attention to detail. When someone has a crush on you, they often notice details others might overlook. Whether it's a new haircut, an outfit you're wearing, or a project you're proud of, these small details become opportunities for genuine compliments. The compliments can be direct, such as, "That color looks amazing on you," or more subtle, like, "I always notice how organized you are. How do you manage it?" These remarks go beyond the surface and reveal that the person is genuinely paying attention. The type of compliment also matters. Someone interested in you often highlights traits or efforts that reflect your personality. For instance, "You always have something interesting to share. I love that about you." Or, "I admire your dedication to your work." These comments demonstrate a deeper connection, focusing on who you are rather than just your appearance. Another sign is when they remember something you mentioned casually, like a hobby or a personal preference. For example, "I saw something today that reminded me of you. Didn't you say you love mystery novels?" This kind of attention shows they're actively listening and value what you share. Compliments and attention to detail are ways to build a closer connection and express admiration. When someone consistently praises you in an authentic and thoughtful way, it's a strong indicator that their words are backed by genuine interest. Effort to keep the conversation going. When someone has a crush on you, they put in extra effort to keep the conversation flowing, even during moments of silence. This desire to maintain the dialogue reflects their interest in spending more time connecting with you, whether in person or virtually. A clear sign of this is when the person asks questions to deepen the topic, such as, "What happened next?" or "Why did you choose that?" These questions indicate genuine curiosity and a desire to know you better, not just polite responses. Pay attention to whether they use pauses in the conversation as an opportunity to introduce new topics or revisit something you mentioned earlier. For instance, "That reminds me of when you said you love traveling. What's been your most memorable trip?" This effort to keep the interaction active is a strong indicator of their interest. You can also test this by appearing a bit distracted and seeing how they react. If they try to re-engage you with enthusiasm, perhaps by making a funny comment or drawing your attention to something interesting, it's a sign they value your presence. These efforts to sustain dialogue stem from a desire to create more opportunities for interaction and to strengthen the connection. When someone shows this level of dedication to keeping the conversation alive, it's a clear hint that they see something special in you. Availability and priority. When someone has a crush on you, they often make it a point to be available and prioritize spending time with you. This behavior goes beyond simple coincidences. It's a clear way to demonstrate interest and value the connection. One of the most obvious signs is their willingness to rearrange commitments to be with you. For instance, they might adjust or cancel plans if the opportunity arises to spend time together. Even when busy, they find ways to make you feel important, like sending a quick message to let you know they're thinking about you. Another indicator is their eagerness to accept invitations. If you suggest a last-minute hangout or a spontaneous plan, they rarely hesitate to say yes. They may even take the initiative to propose ideas for spending more time together, such as, "If you're free this weekend, we could do something fun." Their availability also shows in small, everyday actions. When you need help or advice, they're always ready to offer support, demonstrating genuine care for your well-being. These gestures of prioritization are not just about convenience. They reveal that the person is willing to invest time and effort into building a deeper connection. Paying attention to these signs can help you determine if their interest goes beyond simple friendship. Identifying signs of interest can be both exciting and a doorway to more meaningful connections. Throughout this video, we explored how behaviors like maintaining eye contact, complimenting unique details, or prioritizing time with you can indicate attraction. If you've noticed some of these signs from someone, trust your intuition. If you're interested too, respond positively and see where it leads. Remember, everyone moves at their own pace, and respecting the other person's space is always important. What matters most is enjoying the process and appreciating the opportunity to deepen bonds with someone who truly matters. So next time you notice these signs, seize the moment and let the connection flow naturally.